Hey, this is the Antisocial Socialite back at it again. Thanks so much for tuning in. If you're new to the channel or you have not yet subscribed, what are you waiting for, darling? Hit that subscribe button, smash that notification bell so when I get the money to buy new teeth, you are in the loop. You see the title, you know what time it is. Rich people wish they were poor, right? I work currently in a nice part of the city. And as I've said before, like when you get close to the high street, it's kind of run down. You've got a lot of dingy apartments and flats and things above shops. They're all pokey, they're all kind of conversions that look crappy. But like you go like 5-10 minutes away from the high street, like to the back streets, and you almost feel like you're in a totally different place. Sometimes you don't even feel like you're in the city. And I was having a conversation with somebody the other day about how much rich people secretly want to be like poor people. You know, have you ever gone to an office party and everybody, once they kind of have a couple of drinks and cut loose, you know, the manager's got his tie around his forehead, everybody's doing the the moonwalk or some robot, and it's like you wouldn't think that people who make so much money have like that much fun. And we know people who are rich like to have fun because they're going to private islands, you know, they're going on shopping sprees, they're getting yachts. The base of the matter and the bottom line is, rich or poor, people want to have fun and they want to enjoy life. And once you kind of get into certain social circles and certain mind frames, because of some of the people that I speak to on a day-to-day basis, I find that, and I say this with respect, these people become slaves to status. They become pretentious, and they don't realize this whole keeping up with the Joneses mentality is kind of a form of slavery. Now, I'm happy for a rich person. If you've got a lot of money, that's great. If you worked hard for your money, you deserve to enjoy it. But a lot of these people, all they're doing is buying to try and put across this image to people that really don't matter. They're becoming slaves to work and slaves to money. They have to have the latest car and the latest watch and the latest house and the hippest, trendiest postcode. And it's like, or zip code if you're in America, you know, and it's like, no one cares. When you die, you're going to leave all this behind. And the thing about it is this, these people, either they try to buy some semblance of happiness by giving to the poor, which is a good thing. I'm happy for you if you like to be charitable. But it's like, just let them have a couple of drinks and they're just as ratchet and raggedy as the rest of us. One of the reasons why this conversation with this person I was speaking to came up is because as I was going down the street, I saw a couple of these yummy mummies pushing their probably like 500-pound stroller. You know, they've got all the latest tools. And you think, some of the people who are rich, you know, they're doing some of the weirdest stuff. Like, why are you trafficking kids? Why are you on drugs? Why are you shoplifting? And you know, we know why. It's because when you have more money than you know what to do with it, you end up becoming turned over to your baseline behavior. Like, when you have too much money and too much free time, you tend more to go towards deviancy, because we all know the saying, the devil gives work to idle hands. And if you've got money, you can now go into a lot of deviancy because you can afford it. You can even afford a lawyer to help you get out of it once you get into trouble. And it's like, these two women, they're going for a walk. They've got the life that probably a lot of women would like. They're probably stay-at-home moms, or they work part-time, or they work from home. And you could just see kind of like a deadness on their face. It's like, I'm so happy I've got my nice life, but I wish I could just be out there, just being like an ordinary person. And I'm thinking, I know deep down, like, this is why you have this whole, the rich housewife who's sleeping with the pool boy analogy. They just want to feel like human. I suppose this is why a lot of people gravitate towards a lot of the F shit and the what we would call the niggotry or whatever, or the hood behavior. People just like feeling alive, and the mundane routineness of going to work every day, making lots of money, being a bored housewife or being a bored wife or mother or whatever. A lot of people just don't want it. They like the luxury of having the money, but they hate the responsibility that comes with it. This is why I said sometimes people just need to live humbly. If you've got a lot of money, still live humbly and just go and enjoy your life. Because have you ever noticed, you watch some of these shows where the people are what we would consider in poverty. Like if you earn over a certain amount of money, like maybe 20k a year, you're probably considered rich by the world standards, because the average person in the world is on a pittance, like freaking $2 a day or some bullshit like this, or 50p a day, right? So if you're making like 20k a year, which isn't a lot of money in the West, it's like you're rich. And it's like some of the people who have the most money are some of the most miserable. It's like the whole point of you having money is to have a good life and enjoy life. But you notice some of the people who we would consider poor and, oh, we need to send the money to Africa, oh, we need to give the money to Asia. They are some of the most happy people. I'm in the UK, which as far as I last heard, I haven't really checked, it's like the 5th richest economy in the world, with the financial capital, I think, of the world. Okay, because London is like a business capital. That's what we do here now. We ain't got shit, but we got business and IT or something. Okay? And they're doing a campaign about mental health. Now, these kind of campaigns that they put out, right, about obesity and child rearing and men's health and women's health. Okay, men's health is good because we know feminism has killed a lot of the ability for men to really be men in the West. But this whole thing about a mental health campaign, and I caught a bit this morning, the guy's like, go for a walk, go outside. You know, if you've got a dog, you can take the dog for a walk and it gets your endorphins going. And I was like, please just shut the hell up. Because you guys know you want us to be slaves, living at work, chained to our desks and our jobs. We have no free time. We have no, no ability to socialize. Like, work life and home life and relationship life and everything should be centered around the workplace. This is the paradigm you're setting up. Not only that, but you're kind of building on all of the open spaces and like cutting down trees everywhere and things like that. So what are you talking about? You care about our mental health. You don't give a damn about our mental health. If you did, you would do something apart from a blasted campaign. But the people who are poor, quote unquote poor, they are financially poor. But because they are working with nature, not against nature, they're actually really happy. They're going for walks, they're climbing hills, they're enjoying the natural beauty of their surroundings. They're eating more organic food because they're growing it themselves. They have more free time. Even if they have to work hard, they work hard, but they have an opportunity to socialize. Like, they maybe have a family business, or they're self-employed, or they work with other family members in the same company. So they have an opportunity to build those relationship bonds, and they have free time where they go and enjoy themselves. Because they don't have money, in some instances, they don't have to always be stimulated with all this, these gadgets and toys and trips and holidays and cars and yachts and jets, and they're not burdened. And a lot of these rich people, that's why they're committing suicide. They have so much money, but they still feel meaningless. Whereas the person who has just a regular job, free time, is in a poorer country but surrounded by the beauty of nature, they're really happy. There's a lot that we can learn from the so-called poor person. And a lot of people in the West who, we think are rich, emotionally and mentally, they are poor. So let me know what you think in the comment section. Do we need to live more humbly? I did a video about that recently. Black women, if you want to be happy, you've got to learn to live humbly. Live within your means. Stop putting your basket where you can't reach it. Because at the end of the day, the more pressure you put on yourself to have things you don't need is the more you have to maintain. And also, the more pressure you put on yourself, the more pressure you put on your man. And it doesn't lead to happiness. It just leads to stress and a waste. Thanks so much for tuning in. If you have not subscribed, hit the subscribe button, smash that notification bell, like, comment, and I will catch you in the next one. Peace.